Hi everyone, today we are going to try to work on this one called, looks like Marguerite, like Margarita Daisy, right? I believe that's how that is working. I really like kind of this look here, so I'm going to try that right in the middle of my tile. Okay. I'm not exactly sure where I'm headed with this. Didn't do that anywhere near what I normally would have done. Normally I would have drawn that square first and then the cross piece, but for some reason I didn't. So, okay, let's start within the square. First we do these little corner bits, and then we do this sort of petal, two more curves here in the corner, and then number 3 we put a little dots in the middle and put some petals going that way. So let's give that a go and see what happens. So let's do a curve here and a curve here, and then we're going to turn it, and I'm going to do a curve here and a curve here and a curve here and here, and then here and here, because if you turn each one of those, then they kind of connect. And then it's that and that, that and that, and do that again in each one. One and two, one and two, one and two, one and two. Okay, something like that. And then we do some dots in here, which represents the little inside of the flower. Okay, and then we want some petals going this way. 1, 2, 3 petals going this way, and then turn it and go kind of so that they're petals going that way. My petals are not not very even. And that was better. That one was a little better. turn my page so that I'm drawing comfortably for me. And something like that. That's the basic tangle. Now I'm going to add some stuff. I'm not sure what I'm going to add just yet, but I'm going to add something. I want to do these not in a grid. See if I can't do one out here that's just by itself. And I'm going to do the curves all in the middle here. Little dots. So you can do them freestanding, like so. Something like that. You can make them freestanding. I'm going to make one going a different direction, different angle. I only did that one because I ended up with that thing sticking out there. I'm going to go ahead and do one going like this. Something like that. It needs something else. I think I'm going to extend this one. And do this. I think in here I want to change it up. Like that. Yeah, I like that. I think I'm going to do that on all the sides here. I'm going to go ahead and extend out this piece. And petals. And then I'm going to go ahead and give myself something something different. I like that. Oops, almost forgot to finish off that one. And then, what am I going to do? I may do this one, but it's going to go under those, which is fine. And then I think I'm going to put one in this corner. Like that, and then this one is really overlapped, but that's all right. Like that, right? Looking good. But I feel like this corner here is a little empty or something. Perhaps all I need is some, I want to add this spiral element to my page. So I think I'm going to do that here. I'm going to come up and I'm going to repeat that shape elsewhere on my page, and that will fill in those spots that are a little lacking in something, and it will bring that element into that space, so that this swirl is elsewhere, and that kind of brings a balance that you wouldn't have otherwise. And it fills that space visually and kind of grounds it, gives it a finished look. Oh, I like that. I really like that. Okay, this one's fun. I didn't leave a spot to put the name. Oops, phone turned off. Okay. Marguerite. That one's Marguerite. And I feel like maybe it needs a little color, perhaps. Don't always do color, but kind of looks like it needs color. Oh, I forgot to mention it's Marguerite by Sharon Paz, P-A-Z. But you could do them in, like it shows here in the sample, you could do them in a row like that. You could do them where they're not, don't create a full flower, just do them going all the same direction rather than turning them to create the flower. But if you turn them, you end up with creating that flower shape. And then if you just did it on a grid, that's how they did that background in that one. Just did it on a grid. So that's the basic pattern. I think I'm going to give it a little bit of color. Where's my colored pencils? Colored pencils. I'm in the mood for yellow. But I'm not going to make them all yellow. I'm going to mix it up. I'm going to put the yellow on all of them, but then I'm going to add a little bit of something else to give it some dimension. But I for sure want yellow on all of them. And you'll notice I'm not being overly super careful with how I'm applying this color. Because I want it to be sort of sketchy or painterly, and then I'll add the other colors to this, and then when I'm done I'll take the blending pencil and I'll blend it all together, and that will take that color and make it more uniform. So I want that yellow. I want a darker kind of almost a brownish color in the middles, but just on that side that's got the dots. These have all the dots. Okay, and then I want a little bit of kind of an orangey red. Middle like that, and then I think also over here the orangey red. They're not all going to be the orangey red. Okay, some of them are going to be pink. Guess I've been feeling colorful lately. I did those other ones recently in color pens. Now I'm adding some color with my pencils. Guess I'm feeling colorful. That's good. I'll go with an orange on this one. And one with some red. And I want to take some of this red and add it to some of these others just so I have this color elsewhere. Add it to this pink. That pink's a little light. And then add it to the middle of this one, just maybe one side. Same thing over here. Put the red over here. And then I need to bring back either an orange or a pink over here. And then I need a little bit of green on my little swirly bits. And you'll notice I am not drawing right on the other line. And that's okay, don't have to. But I want to bring in a little of that color, just a pop. And I think maybe I might bring just a tad of that color right here in the middle. Like that. Yeah, that's cute. Okay. And then I want to get my blending pencil. You guys have ever seen, well, you have, if you've seen one of my other videos, yeah, you might have seen the blending pencil. All it is a clear, it's a colored pencil with no color. It's just the clear. It's called a colorless blender. I use it a lot. And it just, let me get a little closer so you guys can see what it does. Oh, too far. Out of focus. Come on, are you gonna focus? I got a little carried away with my zoom. Okay. Where is it? Right here. See how right now these all, you can see a lot of the paper just kind of behind. If you take the blending pencil and you just rub that over there, it will smudge all that together and it'll fill in the white. The only problem I found is that it does tend to make the microns blur just a little bit. And so if you don't like that look, you know, obviously you wouldn't want to use it. But I like what happens with the color pencils and the blending, the colorless blending pencil. I like that look, what happens with that. See how that one looks different than this one? Or those. To me, I like that. I like the way that looks. Let's see, is it gonna let me focus there? There we go. I like that look compared to that. Just looks finished to me. It might not be, I mean, it's just kind of like personal preference. Nothing that you absolutely would have to do. I'm just showing you what I do. But it just softens. It's kind of like using the blending stump when you're blending the just the regular graphite pencil. Kind of does that same sort of thing. It just softens up the edges and just moves that color around a little bit. Gives you a finished look. You don't see as much of the spots where you actually colored. They all kind of blend together better. Oops, I'm off the page because I forgot I was zoomed in. Let me zoom back out. There we go. I need to be over here. Just get those guys a little blended together here. You will end up with color on the tip of your blending pencil. I can see that. You will end up with color there. Just get a blank piece of paper and just kind of rub it off to clean that, or sharpen it. But I don't like to sharpen all that often if I don't have to, just because, you know, I want to make this last as long as possible. So I don't sharpen until it's really needs it. But I just rub it off on a blank piece of paper, because it does catch quite a bit. Catches quite a bit. But when I'm doing colors that are all in the similar tones and range, I don't bother. But if I was moving from, you know, like dark greens and yellows to reds or something, you see, it does leave some. You just kind of roll it off, and then that cleans it off, and then you can do it again. I think I've got most of them here. Did I miss any? Those look good. Alright, so there we go. My little colorful tile. I like this one. I've had fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you later.